Well, my deepest desire is they'd have an encounter with Jesus. I mean, they get filled with the Holy Spirit. They would learn how to actually move in a few things. Speaking in tongues would be a part of that, but another part would be learning to prophesy, learning to hear God's voice, understanding maybe how a supernatural God interacts with an ordinary person.
So you come here a lot.
Yeah, I show up every once in a while.
So what's your class about?
Well, I call it Life in the Spirit, and I think it's a good introductory class for anyone coming to our church so they can be aware of kind of what we believe, but also we have a little bit of nuance about us, I think, with regard to how seriously we take walking in the Spirit, walking with God in a supernatural way. So that's why I love to do that class, and also I like to introduce people to our church. That way, I think it's a really good way to get to know them as well as understand kind of our underlying values, you know.
That's good. And so, and who's it for in particular?
Well, I like it especially, actually it's for anyone, because I think anyone could have a refresher or get to know me better. That's another part of the class. I really like to get to know people, and over the weeks you get to know people a lot better. So that's part of the reason why we do the class. But the other part is just to make sure that you kind of understand who we are and our values and what kind of underlies everything that we do. And so
really
we
foundational.
Yeah, the foundational, which I think in the faith as well as foundational things that you need to understand about our church to kind of, well, maybe figure out our mission. Because I think every church has sort of a mission and a job to do.
Yeah.
And so it helps me to articulate what our job is.
And it all starts with life in the Spirit.
Yes.
And so, and what would somebody expect? Like, what could somebody expect that's coming to the class?
Well, my deepest desire is they'd have an encounter with Jesus. I mean, they get filled with the Holy Spirit. They would learn how to actually move in a few things. Speaking in tongues would be a part of that, but another part would be learning to prophesy, learning to hear God's voice, understanding maybe how a supernatural God interacts with an ordinary person. If you get a paradigm and
It's a powerful piece.
Yeah, and if you get a paradigm and a courage in that, I mean, encouragement in that, I think it's pretty wonderful. So, hi, my name is Mike Hudgens, Senior Pastor of Vineyard Community Church here in Laguna, Niguel, California, and I would like to invite you to our whole experience with coming together and being equipped on Wednesday night. But my particular part is I teach a class called Life in the Spirit, especially for new people who are newer to us. In terms of their experience with us. They've maybe moved into the area, or maybe they're just coming to our church, or they might be new in the sense of they like to know a little bit more about things of the Spirit. That's why I call my class Life in the Spirit.